Welcome. We are a circle within a circle. That's a common saying in paganism, indicating our connectivity to everything in the universe, including the planet and each other. We will explore all of these circles tonight. And before we do, please welcome Senior Minister and High Priestess of Circle Sanctuary, Reverend Selena Fox.
Thank you, Reverend Dia, and bright blessings of the full moon tonight. Across different cultural and spiritual traditions, the cycle or circle of the moon gets a name every month, and those names can really vary according to traditions. And there are some names in common use for each of the months, but at our full moon circle, we choose a name per month that becomes a theme. And the circle is something that happens every month with our full moon circle rituals. But in this month, we have a special reason to have a sacred circle, full moon circle, because this was a time 50 years ago as Samhain was approaching. I was turning 25 years old, that the name circle and its logo came to me, and that circle was born. So 12 circles around the circle encircled. Now, when this came to me, I didn't really have any reference, but since that time, I know that there's actually some stone circles in different parts of the world that have 12 stones around a central circle. So this actually goes back to times when people were creating stone circles in the past. And we use this sacred circle in our training of ministers and leadership, and each of the circles now has a competency. So I invite you tonight in the sacred circle, full moon circle, to experience yourself as part of a circle of celebration for Circle Sanctuary, whose original name was Circle, turning 50 years old this time. So many blessings. And now I invite Reverend Judith to share some announcements.
Welcome to tonight's Circle Sanctuary Sacred Circle Full Moon Circle. I'm Reverend Judith. Thank you, Selena. And on behalf of all the Circle volunteers with us on this broadcast tonight, thank you for joining us. We'd also love to have you join us in person next weekend, October 25th through 27th, at Circle Sanctuary's Nature Preserve to celebrate Circle's 50th anniversary. At Samhain, we will honor the ancestors of our future with workshops, a shrine walk, a formal Golden Jubilee evening with the Tools Band, as well as a main ritual, a spiral labyrinth, and a late night gathering of the Coven of Drums. We'll also be holding our annual meeting on Saturday morning, and we'll honor Circle's 50th anniversary by sharing photos, videos, storytelling, and reflections during a live stream gathering, which will also be available for free on Circle's YouTube channel if you can't join us in person at 1:30 Central Time that day. Please register by this coming Wednesday, October 23rd. Then join us again on November 14th for our Tarot Magic Full Moon Circle. And then in December, we celebrate the Longest Night and Yule. More information on them, as well as the dates for all of our 2025 upcoming festivals, are on our website now. Links for our Circle Sanctuary Network podcasts, our Full Moon Circle broadcasts, our Green Faith Circle, and our vast archives can also be found on our website. And please join us as a member or with your donations to keep our church going strong for a long time to come. Finally, please know how important it is that we all get involved, not only with our support of Circle, at our monthly volunteer service days, with your donations and memberships, but also with your vote which is extremely important in preserving our personal and religious freedoms. Please vote. Chris, would you please now cast our circle?
So good evening. If you've tuned into these broadcasts before, you'll have seen one way of forming a circle and casting a circle. I'm going to do something a little different because that's what I do. So first, I'd like you to close your eyes for a minute and feel yourself connected to the Earth, the planet that is below us. We all stand on this same planet, and through this planet, we are connected. This is the power of the land. This is the circle of the land that we bring into this space. And now in your mind's eye, look up and see the clouds or the stars and the moon, the sky overhead. This is the circle of the sky that surrounds us all, that contains the air that we all breathe together. And now I want you to reach out beyond the surface of this planet, beyond the atmosphere, into the greater cosmos. This is the sea, the cosmic sea of which we are all a part. This is the third circle. And for our fourth circle, bring yourself back down to the land upon which you stand, but see it as part of a forest grove. And hold out your hands, and you will feel someone on your left and on your right clasp that hand. This is the circle of community. Our circle is cast.
Sacred circle, sacred moon, sacred power, we attune. Sacred circle, sacred moon, sacred power, we attune. Sacred circle, sacred circle, sacred circle. Earth in north, air in east, fire in south, water in west, spirit in center, circle around, spirit in center, circle around. Earth in north, air in east, fire in south, water in west, spirit in center, circle around. Spirit in center, circle around. Earth in north, air in east, fire in south, water in west. Spirit in center, circle around. Spirit in center, circle around. We call the circle of the elements, the circle around the pinnacle, into ourselves, into this community sacred circle that's been cast. We attune and commune with bright moon, supermoon, full moon tonight. Bright blessings.
Thank you, Selena. This moon cycle, we celebrate the sacred circle, the circle where we pagans connect with our spirituality. Wherever the sacred circle is created, be it a small room in your house or outdoors in a forest of tall trees, it is sacred because we pagans call the divine to meet us within the boundaries of a sacred circle. I light this ecologically friendly recycled beeswax candle to represent the bonfires we pagans light in the center of our ritual circles. I celebrate fire in all of its forms, from a small candle to the large bonfires. So mote it be. Up next is Dia to give us all kindle our individual candles.
Thank you, Richard. Community is the large circle we are all a part of and involved in. I would like to take this opportunity to draw your attention to the 50 years of community, the purchasing of sacred land, the fighting against unjust laws and practices, and the creation of a nature-centered cemetery. The tireless work of one woman, Reverend Selena Fox, and her ability to draw to her side those with the skill and equal determination to see that the legacy that is Circle Sanctuary is secured for today and tomorrow. As Samhain and the 50th anniversary of Circle Sanctuary draws near, let us take a moment to give our energy and offer thanks to Circle Sanctuary and Reverend Selena Fox. 50 years is no small feat, as each step toward securing legacy could easily thwart that plan. So we call to the four directions, the gods, the goddesses, the infinite being of all that is, was, and is to come, and hold up Circle Sanctuary and Reverend Selena Fox, offering this institution and this woman many thanks, and seeking a blessing upon both for longevity, 50 more years to come, and time beyond that. So mote it be. Now, Michael Tierney will bring to us from Black Willow Starling, Woodland Green, a new song.
Hi, everybody. My name's Michael. I'm one half of Black Willow Starling. My partner, Nora, somewhere in St. Paul, Minnesota. And this song that I'm going to be playing for you tonight is one that Nora composed the lyrics and the melody line for. And it's a song called Woodland Green. And she wanted me to do this one tonight because the song is in association with the 50 years of Circle Sanctuary and its sacred place for us, the stone circle itself on circle land. And so for the first time, this is a song called Woodland Green. Woodland green, take my hand and lead me down the rolling hill by the bending stream, cross a narrow bridge to the place my heart calls home. Little jewels on silken wings, the air's alive and the forest sings, from tender shoots to the towering trees, calling out my name, damp earth woodland green. In that circle among the trees, vision clear, it's home to me. All that grows and all I see is part of my heart and part of me. Woodland green, take my hand and lead me down the rolling hill by the bending stream, cross a narrow bridge to the place my heart calls home. The spirit there, so wild, so free, soothing something wild in me. Sweet enchantment, bird and sea, for fur and for feather, man and beast. Woodland green, take my hand and lead me down the rolling hill by the bending stream, cross a narrow bridge to the place my heart calls home. To the place my heart calls home. To the place my heart calls home. Happy anniversary, Circle.
Thank you for that wonderful song. That was a great thing to hear tonight. Hi, everybody. My name is Christopher, and I'm a student in the Circle Sanctuaries Ministry Training Program. And I wanted to speak to you today of the power of circles as sigils. And while there are many ways to wake them and utilize them, I'll share how I utilize them a little bit in my own personal practice. So feel free to make them on your own. And when making sigils, I like to begin by thinking sigils as symbols instead. And circles have many symbolic meanings. These are just some of the associations that I personally use. So, for example, a large circle on a page may mean holding many things together, which could be further expanded upon by adding smaller circles inside. A small circle may represent intense focus on a single topic or issue. An empty circle may represent a focus on or clarity, and filled in circles may represent murkiness or heaviness. A circle within a circle may mean looking inward. And there are many, many, many more variations that you could try on those different variations. And the main point is that the circle should mean something deeply personal to you and whatever your intentions are. And when using your chosen sigil, you may choose to draw it in the air with your hands during a ritual. You could etch it into a piece of wood, a coin, or even a candle. You could physically draw or paint that sigil onto a piece of paper using colors that are meaningful to your intention, and keep it on your altar for a period of time, or maybe even burning the paper during a special working. However you enjoy circles, symbols, and sigils, I hope you stay curious and get creative. And with that, I'll turn it over to Reverend Shar.
Thanks, Christopher. Yeah, I really love sigils and I love to use them a lot. I have some on my Samhain footcast. I have some sigils that I created for healing. Yay. And I am so honored to be here on this full moon, the super moon circle gathering, especially in honor of Circle Sanctuary's 50th and the incredible legacy that my spiritual mother and friend Selena Fox represents for me personally. So I'm expanding on a chant by Harmonia. You'll probably recognize it, Circle Within a Circle. But I also wanted to add some words because of the occasion. The full moon we honor, this full moon in particular, the super moon, this month, this season, we're honoring our beloved dead and our ancestral legacy. And so time moves in circles. Ancestors call us from times before. The future is beckoning at our door. Each generation prepares for the next while honoring our beloved dead. The souls of our ancestors continue on as our children dance all Samhain long. Each generation prepares for the next while honoring our beloved dead. From the spirit world, blessed souls reveal wisdom, inspiration, and ways to heal. Each generation prepares for the next while honoring our beloved dead. The souls of our ancestors continue on as our children dance all Samhain long. Each generation prepares for the next while honoring our beloved dead. We are a circle within a circle with no beginning and no ending. We are a circle within a circle with no beginning and no ending. We are a circle within a circle with no beginning and no ending. We are a circle within a circle with no beginning and no ending. May the legacy continue. Blessed be.
Thank you, Reverend Shar. Wonderful. Circles bring us together. We have circles in spiritual practice and personal adornment, necklaces, pendants, crowns, rings, and we can envision a circle around ourselves as part of spiritual practice to help us be centered and balanced. And circles can represent community and connections. And circles can be in motion. The spiral actually can be considered a circle in motion. And as circles move around, people dance a circle. That's a way of focusing attention, to manifest intention, and to raise energy. There's something called the cone of power. Group of people joining together, often holding hands and moving in a circle, though people can actually sit, hold hands, and envision it. So one does not actually have to physically go around to raise a cone of power. But as the circle members have their energies attuned and envision, a great cone can be envisioned rising up about the circle and directed to a particular need or cause. It could be healing, it could be inspiration. And that was one of the things that I learned early on in my spiritual journey when I connected with the magical ways of nature. I've used a variety of different names over the years to talk about spirituality. Nature spirituality is what I've used a lot for at least the last 25 years because it really encompasses the diversity that Circle Sanctuary converges. Well, it's early years, back in the 1970s, we published a songbook. This is an anniversary, a 20th anniversary edition of the songbook. And I had no idea at that time that the word in a pre-digital, pre-internet age would get around. People ordered these from via postal mail, and we started sharing our ritual music with other people and discovered that there were many people creating their own chants, their own songs, and Circle Sanctuary started emerging as a network as a result of this songbook that we helped birth in the mid-1970s. I'm going to share with you a Cone of Power song that comes from this very first publication that Circle Sanctuary ever did. And yes, our very first album, Circle Magic Music, on the then cutting-edge technical form of cassette tape, had this on it. And the name of the song is called Witch's Song. It came to me in a dream, and I played dulcimer at the time. But I'm going to sing it a cappella. Some people call this Circle Round the Fire. And as we've gotten better internet, and not only at Circle Sanctuary headquarters, but at my home in the woods next door on our own land, I have come to discover, oh, this chant is out there all over the place and sometimes called traditional. Well, it's just a little under 50 years old, and maybe that is traditional. So I'm going to share with you Witch's Song. And as I do, I invite you to imagine that you, with everybody else here in cyberspace, not only tuning in live now, but through the wonders of the internet, those who will time travel and join us later, that we are moving clockwise in the circle around the sacred fire that Richard kindled for us at the beginning of our cyber full moon circle. And let us raise a cone of power for peace and well-being. as we go ahead into our time ahead. Circle round the fire to raise the cone of power to bring what we desire, oh, so mote it be. Weave magic by the moonlight, dance the circle all night long. Weave magic by the moonlight, dance and sing the witch's song. Circle round the fire to raise the cone of power to bring what we desire, oh, so mote it be. Weave magic by the moonlight, dance circle all night long. Weave magic by the moonlight, dance and sing the witch's song. Circle round the fire to raise the cone of power to raise. We desire, oh, so mote it be. Weave magic by the moonlight, dance the circle all night long. Weave magic by the moonlight, dance and sing the witch's song. And as I play this singing bowl, envision that cone of power going out for peace and well-being, peace and well-being, peace and well-being. Not only for us here in this circle, but the later and greater and wonderful circle of nature of which we are all part. So mote it be.
We now go into our sacred circle of healing. And I will start with our personal healing. Our personal circles start within ourselves. And in order to do the best that we can in the world, we need to care for ourselves first and foremost. So let's start this time of healing with giving thanks for the amazing gifts of our bodies and send any healing, forgiving, and accepting energy that you need to yourself. Breathe in all of the light and love that you need to nourish your body, mind, and soul. And breathe out that which no longer serves you. Breathe in your positive intentions for your life and breathe out any hurt or pain and forgive yourself for the human frailties that we all have. Now breathe in the wonder and joy that can be found in nature and breathe out the toxic elements that pollute us. Breathe in the amazing grace that you are here and now. And as you breathe out, relax into the wholeness of everything. Take one more deep breath in, breathing in whatever it is that you need. And as you breathe out, send love out to yourself, to those around you, to your community, and out into the world. And now let's send out our love into the ether of all that is and think of someone or some group that needs healing and forgiveness. And softly say their name or put a name or initials in the live chat feed if you're here with us tonight. As we send out healing light and love to all those in need. So I now ask Chris to send out love through his flute music as we all meditate for a moment on this time and space. Thank you so much, Chris. Really appreciate it. Shar will now lead us in a circle of planetary healing.
Thank you, Reverend Judith. And I take comfort in the thought that being kind to ourselves and healing ourselves, if anyone else is feeling election anxiety or overwhelmed because of the hurricanes and what's going on with the planet, I'm reminded that our circle includes each other and our circle includes our ancestors. None of us are meant to have to do this alone, and we do this better in community with each other. And so we honor our ancestors in this space, and we acknowledge those ancestors who are beneficial to us and to the earth, and we give thanks for their presence. We recognize that when souls pass into the spirit world in good ways, they become part of the sacred circle that connects all of creation. And these spirits are not gone, but continue to walk closely with us, and they stay connected to the land and water and fire and sky and all living beings. Dear ancestors, our beloved dead, we humbly ask you to watch over our families, our communities, and the natural world, our planet home. Please protect the innocent and guide us so that we live in harmony with the natural laws. We feel you in the wind, the waters, the trees, and the seas, in our animal kin, and in the grasses and mosses, in our dreams and visions. We know that Gaia is wounded and her children are hurting. We ask that you fortify us, the living, as agents of change and healing. May we seek and find your wisdom in living, upholding the sacred teachings, training us always to live as allies with nature and as humane beings. We know that Gaia is wounded and her children are hurting. We ask you to fortify us as agents of change and healing. We know that Gaia is wounded and her children are hurting. We ask you to fortify us as agents of change and healing. We know that Gaia is wounded and her children are hurting. And we ask you to fortify us as agents of change and healing together. Thank you. So mote it be. Blessed be.
So mote it be. Thank you, Char. Char was talking about the wounded earth and the hurricanes that have recently driven through the United States is an indication of the wound the earth is currently dealing with. These hurricanes often have devastating and underrepresented in the news consequences. In Conyers, Georgia, the official word is that Hurricane Helene, combined with a leaky roof, caused a biolab facility to explode, exposing the surrounding counties and cities in which I live to suffer from aerosol chlorine exposure, among other unnamed poisons which took to the air when the roof was damaged. The effects of this disaster are still being felt by these residents. This is nothing to the lack of drinking water, food, and shelter in areas of Tennessee, Kentucky, the Carolinas, and Florida. They need help, and displaced animals also need help. It often seems like there's nothing we can do in the wake of this global uprising of the planet in response to global warming. But we are a circle within a circle. We have the ability to take opportunities to do what we can when we can. Give to interreligious groups who support recovery, and do something as simple as lighting a candle and stand before it. Visualize one person in need. Take a moment to feel their energy and understand their need. Visualize the world and the universe conspiring to provide for that need. See them receiving the needed items and having their bellies filled, their thirst quenched, their heads sheltered, the money for recovery being given, FEMA and other agencies stepping in to assist. Visualize the path for them as smooth as possible as we will it in our circle of power. So it will be. Take some time to visualize the need and the resolution of that need. If you have an affinity for the dead, you can visualize the souls who are confused and not moved on or not at rest. Visualize them finding peace in their spiritual understanding and then finding rest within the confines of their belief system. This common tactic can be used to help souls cross in moments of mass death and trial. Or visualize someone lost or an animal lost and displaced by the floodwaters being found, a beloved pet or horse who has survived and wants shelter, feed, and warm again, finds his family. You can help as you do daily through one created connection at a time. Never underestimate your power to change the direction and outcome for another. As we return from our intense focus, we open our eyes and know that when we feel helpless, a candle and our will are all that is needed to make a difference. Now, Reverend Judith will bring us a One Spirit chant.
Thank you so much, Shar and Dia, for your wonderful words of healing. May we all take that to heart and send our love out to those that are hurting. One spirit in the dark, like a candle wavers. Many spirits joined as one, burn with the power of the blazing sun. There is strength in community, the circle empowering you and me. The circle binds yet sets us free. In the goddess name, so mote it be. Fall leaves and autumn breeze, the wheel of the year keeps turning. We're just one, but together we're whole. The power of the circle makes it so. There is strength in community, the circle empowering you and me. The circle binds yet sets us free. In the goddess name, so mote it be. There is strife, war, and poverty, but peace and love are with us still. As we stand together and join as one, we have the power to overcome. There is strength in community, the circle empowering you and me. The circle binds yet sets us free. In the goddess name, so mote it be. In the goddess name, so mote it be. Chris, would you now please release our ritual circle?
Okay. So close your eyes again and see yourself in that glade holding hands with people on each side of you. Great company of people who have joined us this evening or who will join us in the future. Take a moment to understand and see or connect with a direction. Are you in the north of the circle, the south of the circle, the east of the circle, or the west of the circle? Where is it that you stand within the circle? In a minute, I will ask a question to which your response would be, there is. I turn and face to the north, and I ask, is there peace in the north? And I hear you say, there is peace in the north. I turn and face to the south and ask, is there peace in the south? And I hear you say, there is peace in the south. I turn to the east and I ask the question, is there peace in the east? And I hear you say, there is peace in the east. And I turn to the west and I ask the question, Is there peace in the West? And I hear you say, there is peace in the West. I look at each and every one of you. My eyes meet yours. Is there peace in this circle? There is peace in this circle. And as we drop our hands and release the circle of community that we have formed this night, thanking the powers that joined us and empowered our way, take some of the peace of this circle into your hearts and carry it out into the world, for it certainly needs it. Koisi Chan Shi, walk in peace.
The light of the full moon within us and around us. We have been part of a sacred circle, and the circle around us continues to be in our memories and in our connections, the circle within us. And as we hold our candles high or envision ourselves being a source of that light, we recognize our connection with each other, with the greater circle of nature, of which we are all part. And we send our love and support out to all those individuals, all of those groups, all of those gatherings around the planet at this time and at this sacred supermoon, full moon, bright moon time. We honor the sacred circle, the eternal circle, the circle within us, and the circle that connects us, now and in times to come. So be it.
Thank you for joining us for this full moon circle broadcast. We give thanks to our wonderful Circle Sanctuary volunteers, our coordinator, Dia, technicians, Steve and Chris, who also played flute and cast and released our circle tonight. Thank you to our contributors, Richard and Christopher, and our wonderful singers, Michael and Shar. And of course, Circle Sanctuary's founder and senior minister, Selena Fox. Thank you all so much. Please consider joining the Circle community by becoming a member or with your donations, which support the wealth of nature spirituality information available on our website. We also have a wide variety of free weekly broadcasts on Blog Talk Radio under CSNP, which stands for Circle Sanctuary Network Podcasts, and over 1,000 broadcasts are archived on our Circle Sanctuary YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And if you'd like to be a presenter on one of our monthly Full Moon Circle broadcasts, please email circle@circlesanctuary.org and put Full Moon Circle in the subject line. Next month, we'll celebrate Tarot Magic, live again on YouTube on Thursday, November 14th at 7 p.m. Central Time. And please join us to celebrate Circle's 50th anniversary on the Circle land next weekend, the October 25th through 27th at our Samhain Festival. Or watch the live Zoom workshop at 1:30 on Zoom on Saturday, October 26th. Registration on our website closes next Wednesday night, October 23rd, or when all tickets are sold. So please register and join us. And also, please like this video and hit the subscribe button so that you will always be alerted to Circle's new content and stay informed about all of our pagan events. And finally, please know that your vote is critically important in this coming November election in keeping the personal and religious freedoms that this country has been dedicated to. It is so important that you vote because it could be that your vote is the one that makes a difference. Please make a difference and vote. Wishing you all a blessed Samhain and a very happy new year. So mote it be.